What is happening, ladies and gents? Slaymate here. I always aimed true. Ye vengeful. Wait, what? How did, I don't even... I'm not even sure how that works.
Your mission objectives
All I know is I'm gonna shoot kids in their faces.
And their captive, the General's #2. This child soldier platoon decided to break away from the Mbeli militants. They took the #2 captive and have occupied an abandoned village.
They're all
Start by checking that
taking
location.
#2s. Disgusting.
Boss, child soldiers will treat you as an enemy, but they're just kids.
Right, so kill them all.
So that they don't get hurt.
So use this. I'm just real bad with it, but I'm sure I hit a few kids. Dang it. Alright, Quiet will spot them all for me. It's alright. Sorry, I'll stop playing with the guns.
Be careful down there, boss.
Pequod hates it when I play with the guns. It's like, sir, those are for military use only, not for pleasure. Alright, Quiet. You need to do El Scouterino. That is Spanish for the Scouterino.
There is outside the mission area.
Sorry, what? What? I'm running too far away, but look at this plant. I gotta get it. There's 2 plants. You can't tell me not to come out here. Man. Ocelot, what a stickler for the rules.
Buddy has infiltrated our map has been updated.
He's got multiple takedown sources.
Reconnaissance is best conducted from high vantage points. I've marked a good spot on your map. Take a look at your eye ruin.
No, I'm gonna climb this. You can't stop me. But mountains can. Take a look on my map.
Marker placed.
God. He's probably sending me into an ambush. Show him a thing or two about ambushes.
Arrived at Mother Base.
Look at these ambushes. Alright, enough of that. Me and Quiet gonna get our scout on.
You have arrived at your destination. The map has been updated.
Did she mark every child?
There he is, the commander. Extract him.
I mean... Alright. Maybe we can do this the easy way. Or we can do this the real easy way.
You have arrived.
He didn't see shit. I'm sorry, what? I can't use CQC on these kids?
Their size and agility makes it too hard to catch them in a restraining hold.
Restraining hold your mom. Scumbag. Where'd that car go? There it is.
You have arrived at your destination.
Just get in the car. Is that a captive? You got captives?
Fire!
Freaking worthless trash bag.
That's the target prison. Okay, that's the General's brother, his #2. Get him out of there, boss.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Guard post captured.
The worst at stealth games. There you go. You and that child soldier just have fun together. Are you any good? Oh. Alright, we'll take your second in command. Get in there with. Yeah.
Enemy presence
Are those
detected.
cargos?
The map has been updated.
Pardon me, just one quick second.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
fun little thing. Really? You're too fat?
That's the target prisoner. He's injured. Looks half-starved, too. There's no way he can stand the shot. Alright, now you just need to extract the General's number 2.
What a dick. What a whole bag of dick.
Enemy prison.
I'm pretty sure this guy's name is Dick.
Map has been updated.
If it's not, then I'm gonna feel real bad calling him that a bunch of times. Alright, helicopter. Where can the helicopter get to? Really?
Roger.
Support helicopter requested. Development
Freaking Dick
project
and Roger
complete.
and Pequod. Which one of those does not belong? Who needs to do stealth
Enemy
missions
prison detected. The
when
map
you
has
have
now
quiet
scanned.
with you? What if it was the eagle I was supposed to shoot? What in the... Fucking dogs.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
I did tell Pequod to do it, right? Uh-oh, that means something bad's gonna happen.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. On station at LZ.
Cool!
You've completed your objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
Mission
Alright, quiet.
info has been updated.
Gaining altitude.
That was a pretty flawless mission. Just run into camp, get seen. Quiet wins.
Departing.
Oh, so good and so bad at the same time. That would have been an easy... Oh, hi. That would have been an easy
Extraction
stealth
arrived
win.
at Mother Base.
Unfortunately
Mission
not.
complete. Great work.
Yeah, except for, you know, that it's a B. I need to play with D-Horse so I get my bomb level up a little higher. Let's see, if I would have got the perfect stealth... Yeah. Look at the 1% because I shot that gun in the helicopter a million times. Worthless.
Boss, about how we report this one to the client. I'll tell them we took heavy resistance from the renegade platoon and the hostage was killed in the firefight. Also, their leader wouldn't let himself be taken alive.
What?
I doubt the client
Yeah,
will
you
pay
know.
us for this one. But we got a big enough reward from the General's number 2 instead.
Oh, okay.
As for the number
I was
2,
gonna say, like, nah, we
he's
lost your
saying
dude.
he wants to join
And
Diamond Dogs.
we
I
killed
guess he knows
kids.
what that means for him. He
You
said,
probably don't want to hire
"If
us
I'm
for
working
another
for
mission
you,
at any point,
I
do
can
you?
be
No?
number
Okay,
2,
yeah.
Or number 200 for all I care.
Well, he's gonna be actually like number 1,000. I have so many dudes. Oh, butterfly.
Boss, we have an emergency. Many of our staff are falling ill. At first it seemed like a common cold, but before we knew it, blisters started popping up on their chests.
Uh-ohs.
Damn it.
It's like
I'll
those
fill you in
guys
at the ACC.
from
Just get in the
the
chopper.
oil rig in Africa. And the murder room with all the blood and the guys with the boils.
Mission
Look
list
closely.
updated.
Those are the symptoms of the infection on Mother Base. The blisters on the body were full of tiny worms. Parasite larvae, most likely. But we couldn't find any adults. It doesn't seem to mature in the body, like a spargatum. We don't know the root of infection, or what causes symptoms to develop. Boss, do you remember seeing these symptoms before?
Mm-hmm.
The bodies floating around in the oil facility, the bedridden test subjects at the Devil's House. This epidemic looks just like what we've seen on our hunt for Cypher. So this is the weapon of mass destruction Cypher was working on in Africa. Boss, the situation is
Scumbags.
urgent. We need to quarantine the infected and contain the
Why do I
pathogen.
take so many pictures of
Priority
Quiet?
now is to prevent more casualties.
That kid.
But the problem is, how do we tell who's infected? During the incubation period, we have no way of knowing who's clean. You'll have to try and guess who's infected before they go symptomatic and quarantine them. That'd be easy if we just knew the route or vector of the infection. From now on, if you even suspect a staff member's infected, use your iDroid to order them into quarantine.
Balls.
Given the situation, the men won't submit to quarantine just because I or the medical team tell them to. But they will listen to you. Of course, it's just a temporary measure until we find a permanent solution.
Like murdering them.
At least they'd be in solitary isolation so they won't infect each other, and we get the mental care they need. If we do nothing, we'll only lose more people. We have no choice. Boss,
Yeah, kill them like we did those kids. Kill them like we did those kids,
I'll
you know?
explain how to quarantine staff members suspected of infection. Go to the Mother Base menu and select Staff Management. First, take a look at the quarantine facility we've set up. We'll isolate anyone who's already symptomatic at the quarantine facility. But we have to expect that there are multiple staff who are infected, but asymptomatic.
They have a staph
So
infection.
how do we identify
God.
them? At present, we have no way to tell them apart. But there has to be something for us to go on. If you notice anything, reassign staff you suspect are infected to the quarantine facility. We'll monitor them and then contact you if there's a change in their condition. Correctly quarantining these asymptomatic infected will reduce the number of new infections. You should continue with your missions as usual. If Cypher is behind this, going after them should help us determine the root cause of this epidemic. Also, until we identify the pathogen, we can't fire or dispatch any staff. We cannot let this thing spread. Boss, get to the bottom of this fast. We're counting on you.
Damn.
Please select a mission.
Boss, a new job's come in.
Eh.
Please
It's a hit.
select a mission.
I'm the human trafficker who sent Shabani and the others to Nzoya Badiabulu,
It's
where
not
you
a
ran
real
into
place.
Skullface. The thing is, this guy might know something about the disease that's going around Mother Base. The symptoms are similar to the ones we saw at that factory. Start by checking the mission details on your iDroid.
Eh.
Please select a
If
mission.
I go quick enough.
Mission accepted.
Like if I do these missions quick enough, maybe I won't have to deal with anything. What the car? All right.
Deploying.
Boss,
Base
the target is a
management
PF
mission.
logistics officer who works as a human trafficker on the side. The client wants him dead. He's currently on the run somewhere on the savannah with bodyguards. Unfortunately, we don't know what route they're taking. All we have to go on is a coded transmission sent by the PF at the Ditati abandoned village. It appears to be a workup of the target's security plans, but to decipher it, we'll need an intel file with the encryption key. This key should be at the comms facility at the Ditati abandoned village. Check your iDroid to see what the target looks like, as well as the location of the village. Find the route. Find the man.
Save the cheerleader. Save the world. I got it, Ocelot. Oh god, I fell out.
Careful down there, boss.
Where's my car? Oh. Alright, quiet. We gotta find a man about a horse. Why don't you scout this place? Yeah. Probably incorrect, but let's do it. Wow!
Enemy presence detected. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Let's put on some sweet music while we play. The backer of the dead?
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
I wanted to listen to Identifying the infected.
Remember before, boss,
Body has
when
been
Quiet
infiltrated
attacked one of our guys on Mother Base,
infiltrated.
stuck a knife in his mouth. He's one of the very few soldiers who've had contact with her recently. Close contact. I don't think it's a
Intimate
coincidence that he
contact.
was among those who became symptomatic pretty early on in this epidemic. Saliva and blood spatter, an open wound, mucosal infection. Whatever is causing this got inside him then.
Miller, that is a baseless accusation.
The source of the infection is Quiet. Everyone suspects her.
We don't know that. And we've come across these symptoms before. The bodies in the water at the oil field facility. Those sick people in the beds at the Devil's House. They're identical to what we've seen while we've been after Cypher. The infection could have come from elsewhere.
This Quiet would put something into my mouth.
She does know something.
It's not like she's gonna talk.
No, not through words anyway.
Excuse me? Thanks. That's all I wanted to do.
Quiet held a knife to that soldier back then, before he became
Don't look at me, dude.
symptomatic. There must have been a reason for that.
A reason.
Fine, God.
A knife down the throat of one of our men.
What if she's capable of identifying who's infected?
Uh-oh.
What if she was
That's the
not
target. Eliminate him, however you see fit.
The answer to that, the source of the infection, might be in the mouths of the infected.
You think there's some kind of clue in their mouths?
I don't know. But maybe there's something about the mouths of those who become
I saw that they all
symptomatic,
spoke
something in
English.
common.
Something their mouths have in common. Forget it. We can't trust her. Even if she can spot the infected, I don't want her help.
I understand how you feel.
I'm sorry.
But this is something to go on.
Were you ever gonna go to
It seems
sleep,
just
dude?
like I said,
You can take a nap.
bringing her here was a big mistake. Quiet is gonna be the end of us.
Stand down. You've got zero proof. Try to keep an open mind on this, boss. There has to be
Oh my God. Freaking dudes galore, and they won't go to sleep.
Boss, the target's getting away.
Literally only took 100 years for you to go to sleep.
Arrived at the clouds approaching.
Boss, about the Fulton extraction of that target. It was a failure. Target's confirmed dead.
God damn it.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
I'm not sure why that worked.
Enemy presence detected.
You completed your objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
Mission info has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
I feel like that was a monumental and extreme failure that I should probably redo. It was pretty bad.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
But you know, what do I know? Maybe it was the most successful mission I've ever done. Even though I highly doubt it. Need to get back into the mobile command center so that I can put some dudes into quarantine. Get it, boss.
That's it. You've made
The
it out of
sex.
hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss.
Map has been updated.
What a total failure. But also, you're kind of a
Amazing.
badass.
Mission complete.
Oh, amazing.
That right there is why you're the best, boss.
Excuse
The
me?
one and only.
Wha- What? Okay. Yep, the greatest.
Our trafficker was very talkative. Guinea pigs. That's what became of his kidnapped victims. Says he got a good look at that factory at Zoya Badiabulu when he dropped off some fresh guinea pigs for them, along with our man without a face. His instincts told him to run like the rat he is.
No
Said it
face.
wasn't worth the money. Figured he could be next. That's when he went to the NGO for help. He thought that in exchange for his buyer's list, they could set him up with a new identity someplace far away. He had an idea who he was up against, and he didn't want to take any chances. A true rat.
But then he found out
Like us dogs, he
Big
knew
Boss
when we
was
smelled
a
trouble.
cooler guy than
And
this
something
guy.
else. He
So
said
he wants
the
to join our team.
specimens come from deep in the forest. We don't know what he meant by specimens just yet, but those guinea pig symptoms match what we've seen on the infected at Mother Base. Deep in the forest. Maybe there's the clue we need to beat this infection. Boss, the truth could be right around the corner.
It might even be in the fridge. That's where I always find things I'm looking for. Yeah, get some double A dudes. Alright, now to put dudes into
Side ops list updated.
quarantine.
We finally heard from one of our missing intel team members.
I don't care.
He says he has a solid lead on the epidemic at Mother Base. Take a look at the mission details ASAP.